In summer, it must be really hot in the laundry. Without the air conditioning, it would be unbearable. The containers are nearly full. God only knows when they were last emptied. Okay if I take one? They look good.
Sure, the doctor told me to stay away from them. So you'll be doing me a favor, actually.
So much sugar. Eating that for supper would most likely kill me. Edwards drinks local coffee with his donut. If he eats like that every day, then it explains a lot. Soga wouldn't like me messing around with their stuff. I'll only borrow this. It looks almost like a common navigation device, but it's also likely connected to some central unit and has many more features. Although Edwards is a good-natured man, he's not dumb. To leave keys in the ignition and then leave the car is asking for problems. A serious pen, not some plastic trash. Partially eaten donut, all dirty from trash from the filthy street. I'll take that sign. I can see the restaurant is closed even without it. A piece of cardboard with a hole for a string and the word closed. Obviously homemade. I can't think of anything. The Chinese Quarter in Paris. Lanterns like these illuminating the night. That nice smell of fresh food from tiny shops. And Max beside me. As if it happened yesterday. Listen, I'd like to ask you something.
Sure, you're here with those cops, aren't you? I'm glad to help.
This is a quiet quarter, isn't it?
Absolutely. No crime, no violence.
Someone reported a shooting in this street. Do you know anything about it?
That was me. I reported it. Because that was not some of our people. And I don't want trouble. I have my business here, my laundrette. Trouble is bad for business.
Who are you talking about?
That big car that turned into the alley nearby. Everyone knows that you don't go there. That is, if Cheng doesn't allow it. Then a little later, maybe 20 minutes, the shooting. We don't have guns. Had to be someone else. So I called.
Officer?
Yes, Madame Durand?
Do you come here often, or is it like in the movies? Chinatown takes care of itself.
Movies exaggerate, but the truth is that locals usually keep their business between themselves.
That man from the laundrette saw Burke's car coming, and later he heard the shooting.
Listen, I understand that Burke might be in danger, that we're supposed to do something. But orders are clear.
I don't want you to start searching house by house, but you could search his car, couldn't you?
But you're a cop too, right? Don't you get that we have our orders, so we can't do that?
Right. And what if I do it? Give me your equipment, I'll search it, and we'll know more.
Well, I'm not sure.
Do you understand that Burke could be in grave danger? Do you really think that he'd mind?
All right then, but you have to sign this form about taking over the equipment and responsibility for possible evidence damage. Here you go.
Thanks. And by the way, I've led a couple of investigations already, and there was no damage to the evidence. To search the potential crime scene, I have to fill this in. Lots of boxes, but hopefully I don't need to fill them all in. Okay, it's done. Like I haven't had enough paperwork in Lyon. To fill it in was easy enough. We use similar forms in our department. To fill it in... Signed. Now the equipment, please?
Sure, it's in the trunk.
I'll take the lamp with me. There are good reasons for it to be a part of the toolkit used for the investigation of the crime scene. If I need to move anything, gloves will come in handy. From the main street, there are clear shoe prints with a bold, structured sole, dirty with something that looks like clay. They lead to the car. From the main street... Am I to use those... Am I... I won't... Am I to use... I'd say... I don't see anything interesting there.
Listen, if I were you, I'd let that car be.
But it might tell us something.
Burke is funny about his car, so he wouldn't like that. Headquarters is trying to reach him already. He'll definitely report in. You'll see, it's going to be all right.
I'd really love to check the car interior for any evidence, but I'm not a... There's a baseball bat propped on the fence. Someone perhaps threw it away. I can see it's cracked. Nothing interesting here. There's a baseball... I'd say that this... back door of the house. It doesn't seem that anyone could go out or in through it. Am I to use those? There are pronounced prints of big shoes on the ground, one of them obviously cracked. Clean. No signs of blood. There is a box in front of the door. It's almost like someone was trying to get to that glass filling above it, but it can't be opened and it's obviously untouched. I can see several cigarette butts and the prints of smaller shoes. Someone who went through the soft black mud around the puddles was standing here quite a while. I don't see anything interesting there. Am I to use those two things to... The door is closed. I'd need a key to get inside. Through the cracks, I can see that the door is blocked by some boards on the other side. There's some piece of cloth caught up there, or I'd guess it's plastic? There's some... Nothing interesting here. I don't think that... That doesn't make it... The entrance door is behind a strong locked gate. No one could enter that way. There was a clear smear of some red liquid on the wall. Thank God it's not blood. After the experience on Mission Street, I got seriously creeped out. That doesn't make any... The gate in the metal fence is locked by a padlock. That is... blood. There's a blood smear on the door of Burke's car. Burke left his car parked. Edwards won't let me. Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Do you often deal with cases like that?
Like a report of shots being fired? Well, sometimes. You know, there are a lot of guns and even more hotheads.
Edwards, this is serious. There's blood on the door of Burke's car.
Well, Burke is kind of hot-headed, and sometimes it doesn't take much for him to get rough with his informants.
That's all you've got to say? We just assume that this blood doesn't belong to Burke?
Damn. Okay, you better tell Cesar to notify dispatch.
Edwards won't... Officer,
Yes, Madame Durand?
I found traces of blood on Burke's car.
I'll report it right away. 523, we found blood on Captain Burke's vehicle. Request further instructions.
523, 1023. 523, we're still trying to contact Captain Burke by radio and cell phone. Carry on searching the vehicle and document everything. We'll advise.
You heard him. You could just look to see if you can't find something else, but maybe you should just go up to the airport.
There's still time. A taxi will get me there in no time. Also, it's... Excuse me, I have to take this. Yes, Kira?
Are you at the airport yet? I have some interesting information from the police. They found Burke's deserted car in Chinatown and someone heard some shooting. And they can't get him anywhere.
Don't tell me. I'm not surprised, though, because I'm right here on Wentworth Street, close to his car.
What about his disappearance being connected to those murders on Mission Street? Is that enough reason for you?
I did, but...
Anyway, good that you're there. I'm coming right away and we're going to search it.
Wait, are you nuts? I need to catch a plane to Lyon. Why on earth would I start looking for Burke?
Accidents are always weird. Don't speculate on it any longer. I beg you. I'm there in a few. You can take a look around meanwhile.
That's a pretty wild theory, isn't it?
Burke was preparing to meet a contact that wanted to tell him something about Mission Street. I overheard him by accident telling it to someone after that press conference.
By accident? And by accident, I'm here, by his car. Little weird, isn't it? My chances of catching the flight have just diminished. I have to do something about it.
Yes? Laura, you're not on the plane?
Unfortunately, I've got myself a bit caught up in something here. Can you book me the next flight?
Sure, I'll send you a message with the time of departure.
And please, Renier doesn't need to know about this.
I don't see any reason why she should. Bye.
I don't have anything to... Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Could you help me file the evidence we found? I'd like to take pictures.
Of course. But you have to wear gloves. And you have to put tags on the evidence. And that could be a problem.
Why is that?
How do well, I forgot to fill them. But you could replace them with something else in the meantime. We do that from time to time.
I wonder what I could have replaced those tags with.
If I remember correctly, the guys use those common remind me post-its.
Not a lot around here.
Well, I don't know then. Maybe you just need a thick piece of paper.
I'll write the numbers there and tear it into small pieces. Well, these could indeed work as evidence tags. I'd say that this won't lead. That doesn't... I don't have anything... I don't have it... From the main... Take a picture of this, will you? Before I start to examine the car, I should make sure not to destroy possible evidence. I'd say that this won't lead...
If you tag that clue, I can take a picture of it. Don't forget the UV lamp.
Thanks.
Yeah, and Madame Durand? Careful, okay?
There's an unopened tissue package on the driver's right. I recognize that file. These are the background papers concerning Mission Street. I prepared them for Burke yesterday. Perhaps he took them to the press conference. I reckon... It's not hard to see from the stains that Burke sometimes put food on his front seat. He's said to be really touchy about his car, so why doesn't he tidy it up? There's blood soaked into the seat. We should document this. We've documented... Clean. No signs of blood. Take a picture of this, please. The rear-view mirror is oddly set. This way the driver would see the back seat rather than outside. I don't see anything interesting there. I'd like to have a picture of this. The glove compartment could use some cleaning. More blood. And lots of it. Take a picture of this, will you? I can't see anything special about the wheel. Damn. Blood. And more than a little. We should document this. I've documented cloth bags packed in fives. It seems that one is missing. Nothing interesting here. Take a picture of this, please. There are pronounced shoe prints with bits of clay on the floor behind the driver's seat. Clean. No signs of blood. I'd like to have a picture of this. Folded San Francisco Chronicle. Whoever read it got to the 4th page. I don't see anything interesting there. Take a picture of this, will you? The can is empty. Nothing interesting here. We should document this.
Put a tag on the thing you want to take a picture of, and I'll take you a great photo.
That doesn't make it. Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Could I have a look at what we photographed so far? Maybe we could learn from it what happened to Burke when his contact arrived.
Sure. I'm really curious if that will get us anywhere.
Now I have to place the relevant pieces of evidence in a chronological sequence. That way I may be able to find out what happened here. It all starts with the arrival of the contact. I'm pretty sure the first clue is now in the right place. So, Burke's contact snuck into his car, got in the back seat, and Burke tried to see him in the mirror. Up to that point, I'm right on track, I think. Let's see, the contact entered from the back, hit Burke. Burke fell into the driver's seat and tried to get up. I think I've almost got it. Take a picture of this, please. Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
I'd like to...
Oh.
Now I have to place the relevant pieces of... Yes. This is how it most likely happened. It's pretty clear from those clues. The contact attacked Burke from the back seat and disarmed him. Then he put a plastic bag over his head and dragged him away from the car. And thanks to that piece of bag, we know where to...
We have to report that. 523, we have an 1199. Detective Duran, who's present with us, found evidence indicating that Captain Burke was kidnapped.
523? Detective Durant? Who's that?
523, an expert from the office for
Art theft investigation.
art theft investigation. The FBI requested her for cooperation on the Mission Street case.
523? 1023? 523. Almost all hitters are tied up at the robbery on Union Square. Your backup will be slightly delayed. For the time being, Detective Durant is permitted to keep surveying the area, but do not, I repeat, do not, in any case, step into buildings until backup comes.
523, 10-4. So you heard it. You have to be careful. I'll give you our radio and take the camera as well.
Kira? Is that...
Burke? No. Just some homeless guy. Shot. Seriously, I'd say. I think he's delirious.
he really doesn't look good. I'll call an ambulance.
No. Floyd stays here. No doctors, no needles.
Well, at least we know his name.
I'll call them anyways, but I don't need to tell him that. Hopefully they're on their way. And by the way, how did you get here anyway?
Past those two cops. They weren't exactly happy, but you can't say no to an FBI badge. But where have you been?
Looking for clues in Burke's car?
Sure. Well, when...
Shining. All those colors are shining.
This doesn't look good. He's lost too much blood. He mustn't go into shock.
If you want to fight him while treating him, help yourself. I won't stop you.
I'll take the bottle from him. Considering the quality of its content, he should probably thank me. The homeless man sleeps on the remains of a filthy, bolted iron frame that used to be a bed. No great comfort, but still better than lying on the cold ground. If I put pressure on the thigh, I could lessen or stop the bleeding, but I definitely won't manage that with just my hands. A picture of a young girl. According to what's written and how he's placed it here, I'd guess it could be his daughter. A picture of a young girl. According to... I'd say that... I've got a man who's been shot here.
Is it Burke?
No, some homeless guy.
Can you give him first aid?
I hope so. An ambulance is on its way. Sir, are you with me?
Leave me alone.
That photo, who is it?
All I can see is colors, colors everywhere. All the colors of the world for Floyd.
Concentrate. This picture, look.
Leave me alone, let Floyd sleep.
I only need to ask a couple of questions.
Old Floyd is good. Oh, those colors. Only that heat, although rather cold.
You're hallucinating. You need help.
Those colors. Pity that Floyd is so tired. He's so sleepy.
I have to leave you here for a while. You have to stay awake. Do you understand? Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
I found a man shot in the alley.
Really? Can you treat him?
I think I can, but I'll need some equipment.
I think there's gotta be a first aid kit somewhere in the car.
I know the basics, of course, but it's good to be sure. Exactly what I need now.
Have you seen him? I call him Kekau, the faithful one. He comes here every day. You scatter something for him and he comes down for it. Good, isn't it?
Well, I've seen some better stunts, I guess.
Did you see him? He always stays near here.
Yes, I see. Have you trained that pigeon for a long time?
No, he's smart, very smart. If I had anything to feed him with, I would.
You work here in the cleaning shop? I need a piece of thick, clean cloth for treating an injury.
But these belong to the customers. Maybe I've got some at home. I'll bring some for a couple of bucks.
Okay, bring me something, and then we're even.
But you watch my store, all right?
Oi! You can't go in there now! Hey, come back! We're investigating that shooting! It's for your own safety!
Damn, Caesar, how many times have I told you not to do this to me? Do you want to kill me?
There's always something.
That pigeon might have shown up just because of this donut.
He likes bread better. I don't know if he comes for candy. Let's see. Come inside and watch. See? See, I told you. Trained pigeon.
That animal is supposed to be intelligent? I almost got hit by the flower pot he dropped.
That's his sense of humor. Good, isn't it?
I can't imagine anyone wanting their flower pot back in this state. I'll take one of the shards. Listen, I'd like to ask...
Sure,
I told you, remember? That piece of strong, clean cloth?
I'll bring it. Watch the store, all right?
Hey, I thought I was clear about that. No one goes in there.
Caesar, for Christ's sake, do you really have to do that? Can't you just call?
Officer?
Yes, Madame Durand?
I really need that shop assistant to bring me a piece of clean cloth to treat this man that's been shot.
But he can't go in there. If something happens to him, who's gonna get in trouble? You?
Sweet Jesus, there's a man dying, and I have to do something about it. Where can I get a piece of clean cloth? Can you give me your shirt?
But I really...
Let him in there, damn it. I'm telling you that nothing will happen to him.
All right then, but he has to be careful.
All of a sudden, it's possible. Listen, I'd like to ask you something.
Sure, you're here with those cops, aren't you? I'm glad to help.
Would you bring me that piece of cloth?
Coming. Here, $10.
What is it?
T-shirt, your size, $8.
Good, here you go.
Thanks, Missy has a nose for good stuff.
You would sell it even cheaper, wouldn't you? If I cut a little with this sharp shard, it will be easier to pluck a strip of cloth away. No, that's not how it's done. The pressure has to be applied. That's it, but we're not finished yet. The wound needs a bit more care. Such strong alcohol would First, I should stop the bleeding. That doesn't make it. I'd say that this... Fortunately, the pen didn't break and the wound stopped bleeding. If I dress the wound now... Cleaning the wound is an important step. If he survives the blood loss, it would be a pity to let him die of sepsis. Good thing he has such strong alcohol here. Now only to dress the wound. I can't do anything else. Hopefully it will ease his pain. Maybe he'll recover a little. Sir, are you with me?
Leave me alone.
I stopped the bleeding. How are you? Can you see me?
What have you done with those colors? They were like a rainbow.
Good, you've stopped hallucinating. Try to focus on me. You're seriously injured. You have to try to stay awake, understood?
Why the hell don't you leave me? What's the matter if I croak or not? Let me sleep.
I found a picture here. Who's that girl?
Caitlin. My little Katie.
Is that your daughter? Stay awake! Is that your daughter? Where is she? What happened to her?
Far away with my wife. I wish to see her once more.
So keep trying, damn it. You have to stay awake, okay? Or you're not going to see her anymore.
All right. For Katie.
Think of her and try to hold on. The ambulance should be here any minute.
I wanted only to take a look. How would I know that the bastard would start shooting? He shoots and shouts and them run, and he would go crazy and shoot.
You've seen this? Where was it?
Around the corner. I hid behind a fence and heard that. But I got one through the fence. I heard some noise. Damn it, it hurts.
Where's the damn ambulance? Edwards, did the ambulance arrive yet?
Laura,
Damn, why is it taking so long?
Lara, they will pick him up. We're in a hurry. Haven't you heard what he said? It happened behind the fence around the corner. We have to look there.
But he's not in good shape.
You saved a life that should have ended. Fine. But another one is in danger. We have to go. Now.
So we're going to leave him here just like that?
You can't do any more for him. He'll be all right. I promise. Come on.
But there's no one here.
Something happened here. We have to find out quickly what it was. Now it's my turn to show some effort.
Why?
You've saved a life already. Now it's my turn to search for clues. And you take photos, light with the UV lamp, and write everything down. This is definitely a key from handcuffs. Someone shot several times from a gun here. According to the cartridges, it's a 9mm. It looks like they spent a whole magazine. I can see no blood here. I can see no blood here. Take a picture of this for me. Take a picture of this for me. Lara?
Yes?
I'll go take... There's a layer of old cracked asphalt on the ground. There's some blurry, bloody shoe prints. Pity there isn't any visible pattern. Take a picture of this for me. There's a man's shoe, new looking, on the ground. Tied up. Is there any connection? Did it belong to Burke or his contact? The shoe sole has a soft pattern, and it's clean, except for a small amount of blood. Take a picture of this for me.
There is a plastic bag lying on the ground and strips of thick tape on it.
On the ground there are tossed handcuffs. Probably the ones used on Burke. They're unlocked. There are definitely blood marks all over the bag. Quite a lot of them. There are Take a picture of this for me. I can see no blood here. Take a picture of this for me.
I don't think we will find any more evidence here now.
Yes, I think you're right. Lara?
Yes?
Do you think the Burke's still alive?
If I start to doubt that, I'll slow down. Every second could be crucial. Why are you asking? Do you think he's dead?
If you want to slow down, better not ask me. We should go through what we've learned here.
Sure. We have to find Burke as soon as possible.
So far we know... Come on, let's make sure we haven't overlooked anything.
So those bloody shoe prints leading to the garbage container belonged to Burke as well as the shoe. The informer's shoes had very distinct soles.
I agree. Maybe we should check the area around the garbage container a bit more thoroughly. Someone shot at least 7 times in this direction. Either they were a lousy shooter, or their target was moving. Someone shot at least... It's possible here to climb down the emergency staircase. Or up. I can see no blood here. Take a picture of this for me. I can see a tiny blood spot in UV light. Take a picture of this for me.
I guess we found all the evidence there is.
Definitely. All we have to do now is look at what we have and think. Think hard. Lara,
Yes?
I'd like to discuss with you what we actually...
Sure, let's look at it.
These things, do they say?
Honestly...
Well, we're not getting...
I wrote this for...
Well... Lara?
Yeah.
I'd like...
Sure.
Well, we're not getting... If the contact shot at Burke while he was fleeing, could Burke have stumbled and lost his shoe? Did he manage to get away? What happened next? It's hard to tell from these clues. Well, Well...
Of course, this is how it happened.
Come on, let's make sure we haven't overlooked anything.
So Burke probably fell on that container and then on the ground.
We should look under it too. One never knows.
Whose cell phone might that be?
Won't be that hard to guess. But still, we should have a look what's in there.
Last call's coming from police headquarters and one unknown number. And there's a calendar here. There's a record about today's press conference. So that's clear.
Yes, it belongs to Burke. What about that unknown number? He talked to that contact today.
Do you really think that he's going to pick up a call from Burke's phone now?
We can always try, right?
Okay, I'm calling. See, I told you.
Wait. Quiet. Can you hear it?
It's coming from that house. He hung up. We have to hurry. We have a house here where Burke's potential kidnapper could be hiding. It's a restaurant, Red Dragon. Watch the front door and hurry with the backup.
Copy that, but don't go inside. It's too dangerous.
No, tell him there's no time. We're going in.
I'm going inside. I can't open it. The wardrobe is either locked or stuck. Maybe the lock could be persuaded with a good whack from something sturdy. I'll take it with me. It's not that heavy and might come in handy. That doesn't make it. I can't open it. We should move really carefully around here. The place keeps falling apart. Guinness, Murphy's, or here in the States, Finnegan's Irish Amber. These I like to drink, but this... what is this supposed to be? To assume that they've left some money in there would be naive. I've spent some time in Hong Kong, but I've never tasted any of their beers. For heaven's sake, it's all falling apart here.
We have him within our grasp. We mustn't give him time to think something up.
That's strange. There are some numbers carved into the table, and they aren't dusty. An old round table. There's nothing interesting about it. Let's just take a quick picture of it. We're here to look for Burke. We've taken... That's strange. The chandelier shards cover some of the numbers. I'll put them aside. Let's just take a quick picture of it. We're here to look for Burke. Good. Now I can also get rid of that photo with an incomplete number sequence. An old round table. There's nothing in... An old round... An old round... An old round table. An old... An old... An old round table. That's strange. There are some numbers carved into the table, and they aren't dusty. Let's just take a quick picture of it. We're here to look for Burke. There are several numbers carved into the table, and the table seems to have been moved. It stood somewhere else. That's strange. There are some numbers. Let's just take a quick picture of it. We're here to look for Burke. An old round an old round an old The railing is in really bad shape, but otherwise I don't see anything interesting about it. The staircase leading up is in a terrible state. We shouldn't use it unless it's really necessary. This handprint, it's blood. Did Burke go this way? We have to take a look upstairs. Do you think he's here?
Has to be.
I should wait for support. Or do you want to search all the rooms in this darkness?
We have him within our grasp. We mustn't give him time to think something up. Let's go.
This side of the walkway is blocked by this pile of old broken furniture. Judging by the layer of dust, it's been here for ages. Nice. A cheap copy, but one of the few items which are intact here. Kira, I have to ask you a question.
Now? Right now? Can it wait?
What if there's someone familiar?
Familiar? As in Burke? That's why we're here.
No, I mean someone else. What if the informant, the culprit, is someone we know?
Are you talking in riddles on purpose? Because we don't have so much time right now.
Okay, but listen. If there does happen to be somebody there, we're going to ask first, then ask again, and only then shoot, okay?
I don't get what you're going on about. But yeah, when someone starts shooting at us, we'll talk them out of it, all right?
Ha ha. Oh my god, that was close.
Are you okay? He's inside, behind the door. We have to stop him.
Are you kidding me? We should wait for backup.
And let him escape? What about Burke? No way. Hide next to the door. I'll use that table.
No idea why I would do that. No idea.
We have to get inside.
Damn it, Kira, we don't have to do anything. It's dangerous. I'm not trained for this. I don't even have one of those stupid vests.
You don't understand. We have to end it. Here and now. We can't let them get away.
Why can't we wait for backup? Why are you pushing it so much?
This is not police business. It's about me and you. Better think about how we get inside. Try to open that door. I'm counting to 3, okay? 1,
Kira, wait!
2, 3!
Damn it, it's locked!
Stop! Put your head down or you're gonna lose it!
The door is strongly lit by the lamp. The door is locked and someone's shooting through it. I probably shouldn't try to open it just like that. Maybe if I found something that would help me somehow. I'd say that... No idea why... I can't open it. The wardrobe is either locked or stuck. Maybe the lock... Burke's life is its... That doesn't... Well, I guess there are more polite ways to get inside, but I'm in a hurry. That warped door will give in easily. Is this an emergency situation when you can use an axe? Definitely. Just one hit on the lock and nothing will splinter. Should I move there and get myself shot? No, thank you very much. The lock is broken, but the door stayed almost closed. It will be better this way. I don't plan to get killed while opening it. Door's open. What next?
We have to disarm him somehow.
Wait, I told you that we can't hurt him.
Why? All right, but think about how we're going to get him outside then. Or we have to shake him up somehow at least. You have to find something, something!
No, it really didn't. We have him cornered, so I don't see any reason to get shot here like two dumbasses. No. No, it really... I can see almost nothing. I can't see anybody, no matter... No idea. I can see almost nothing in the darkness. If I could light it... I can't see... I can't... Door's open.
We have to
Wait, I told you that...
Why?
I can see the fire extinguisher. It almost rolled under the bed. Do I really want to do this?
Lara, come on! Shoot at that extinguisher!
Take cover!
Really? How so? You didn't go to the airport?
Lay down, put your hands behind your head, and...
Where is he?
But he was shooting from here. That doesn't make any sense. The explosion from the fire extinguisher threw the screen against the wall. There are clear trails of blood on the side of the bed. The suspect has moved it somehow. But why did he do that? And where the hell has he disappeared to? I'll try to move it aside.
Nice hole. The explosion apparently hasn't done any good to that rotten floor.
If he escaped this way, he had to pull the bed after him. Would he have had time for that?
Obviously. We have to go down after him, now.
Soga, listen. The suspect escaped and might try to run out the back entrance. Get a start on him.
Understood. I'm on it.
I wouldn't expect this kind of a mess from an exploding fire extinguisher. There are clear trails of blood on the floor, but they're gradually disappearing. He had to dress his wound with something. The blood under that hole. Whoever was... This is used to measure voltage. Handy thing, but a bit outside of my field of interest. Memory modules. About a week before we left for Cape Town, an IT guy added one to my computer, and a processor, probably some older model. When we caught the middlemen in Ghent, we got 14 hard disks as evidence. It was really a pleasure to search them all. I have about 40 of those in my basement. I don't even have anything to play them with, but nostalgia doesn't let me throw them out. Some other computer parts. That's pretty much all I'm able to say about it. I'll take one of them. I'll have a look if there's something interesting here. A screwdriver always comes in handy. I'd say that this... It shows the layout of the tables in the restaurant. Am I to use those?
Lara, come on! He can't escape us. He mustn't, understand?
What's wrong with you? Why are you pushing this so hard? Is there something more behind it? You're hiding something from me.
No time for talking now.
Burke's badge. We're getting close.
No, where is he?
Sogo, do you have him?
Madame Durand?
He had to run this way. Didn't you see him? Right. Burke has to be here somewhere. I'll keep searching for him.
Lara, the door. That sign in French and the badge. When we stepped inside, they weren't there.
What do you think it means?
I think you know.
He's playing with us again? He leaves clues and in the end they'll be... Burke? We have to hurry up. He may still be alive.
I'll take the lead now if you don't mind. Common ovens. There's nothing strange about them. It's pretty dirty. I can understand, though, that no one had the urge to clean it when this place went out of business.
I'd say that the cook stored some ingredients here. But what about the letters? I have no idea what they mean.
I won't gain anything out of this. Should I use these? This seems to be a fuse box. It looks quite damaged.
I'd say that the cook stored some ingredients. I'd say that...
I don't think this is necessary. Now I'm sure. It's blood. The culprit has done something with this calendar, but what? Why would he be wasting his time on that? I don't think this... I can't... This doesn't make any sense. I don't think... I won't... I'd say that this... Numbers? What does that mean? And written in blood? Now at least we're sure about something. Burke's police badge, no doubt about it. Burke's... Take a picture of Burke's badge. I'd say that he put it there to irritate us. Or can it have some deeper meaning? We'll take a picture of this sign, but what that means... The culprit is trying again to draw our attention to something. Someone was bleeding here. A lot. Those numbers are freshly carved. He's leaving us clues again. Old filth. I won't gain it. Should I use these to get... This doesn't make it... We already Those numbers are...
There's a series of numbers in the picture that have been carved into the table by the contact. Why he did it and what they mean, I don't know. There's a series of There's a...
Lara?
Yes?
He shouldn't have escaped us. It's no good. No good!
What more could we do?
You don't understand. This will cause terrible things to happen.
Kira, why do I feel like you're not telling me everything?
Maybe because you're doing the same?
Let's leave it for now, shall we?
That badge. Do you still think Burke's alive?
And if he's not, does it change anything?
No, it doesn't. But we have to find him anyway. Do you think that blood smear in the calendar is connected to Burke?
You mean, if it had been there earlier? I really doubt that. Those numbers are freshly carved. I think it's good I've started to document it.
Definitely, Lara. It certainly means something. That would be all. Old filth, dust. Should I use... Old filth? Old... Old... Laura,
Yes?
that would be. It's. It's. These tables. Can you see that bloody print? He moved the table somehow. We should look at it more closely. Look, what have we got here? Better take a picture of this. These tables are... The rest of the walkway is damaged. We're in luck that at least the part we're standing on seems to hold. Laura?
Yes? Those numbers are freshly carved. I think it's good.
Definitely, Laura. That would be all.
There's a series of numbers in the picture that have been carved into the table by the contact. There's a series. There's a. There's a.
The explosion... We'll take a picture of that blood.
I'd say that the cook stored some ingredients.
Should I use these?
I'd s- I'd s- I'd say I'd say
Burke's police badge, no doubt about it. Burke's... I'd say that... Laura,
Yes?
do you think that blood's...
You mean those numbers are.
Definitely. That would be all. I don't think... I don't think this is... I can't see exactly what year... I don't... This is clearly the letter E. This looks like M, don't you think? I think it's L, obviously. S? It does look like the letter S, doesn't it?
So we have several letters. What do we do with them?
Maybe we should try to arrange them in some way. See if it leads us somewhere. I'll put those two sheets together. We'll see what happens.
Maybe I should change the position of the letters somehow.
I won't gain anything out. This.
Look, the letters from the calendar correspond to those on the shelf.
I think we are looking for this shelf.
You're right. Come on, let's try to move it. Let's see. A secret door. Wait, look at that sign.
Burke has something to tell.
Thanks, but I do understand French.
He's playing with us. The button doesn't work. It does nothing at all. Do you see the fuse box next to it? That might be the problem. I'll have to look at it.
Good. Meanwhile, I'll watch so that no one can surprise us.
Burke could still be inside, couldn't he? You think he's...
Well, if you can fix it somehow, we're gonna find out soon.
There's a huge walk-in freezer behind the massive door. And the sign, Burke still has something to tell, carved on it. It's disturbing. There's a... I'd say that this one... Someone has obviously damaged the switch. I suppose they didn't want us to get inside. On the back side of the switch, it is clearly visible what was obvious from the front side, that it won't work. There is only one of two cables in the terminal strip. I'll take the end of the wire and try to connect it somewhere. It's obviously not live. I'd say that this won't lead anywhere. I won't... I won't. That doesn't make any sense. I put the cable back in the terminal strip, but nothing holds it there. I'd say that this... That doesn't make any sense. Am I... The wire is staying in place now. It won't come loose on its own. Shall I use... I won't get... That doesn't... I won't mend it like this. It's obvious why. That doesn't make any... The fuse is burnt. It's a little different from those used in Europe, but it's only burnt wire fixed to a bolt. There's already a wire in that fuse. The fuse is... I'll unscrew that burnt resistance wire and throw the rest away. What else would I do with it? Burnt out... A hairpin is definitely not a suitable piece of wire, and an electrician wouldn't praise me for this, but it's enough for connecting the circuit. I'll fix the wire fast, so it won't get loose. Am I to use those two things together? I'll put the fuse back in place. It works! The floor lamp is on, so we'll have electricity again. So let's go, right? Damn, that didn't last for long. Empty container, plastic bottles. There's nothing interesting left. No lights, no sound, it's off. I don't see any blood, any fresh blood. No. Damn. Kira, Jesus, it's...
He didn't stand a chance. And he's been playing with us all the time.
Who could do such a thing? I'd say that...
What are you doing?
I should report that. Sogo, we found Burke.
But I really...
He's dead. Somebody murdered him. Sogo, can you hear me?
But he can't go in there. If something happens to him, who's gonna get in trouble? You?
The UV lamp doesn't show much more than you can see in daylight. The blood, mainly in the area of his heart, the cause of death is obvious. There's some sort of symbol cut into his forehead. It's different from the ones left on the foreheads of the structural engineers. How did he hang him? Burke is not exactly a tiny guy. Look, he has something in his mouth. What? A SIM card? Am I to use those two?
What is it?
Why do you think we found that SIM card? An accident? See, there's an unfinished message stored on it.
Show me.
That's impossible.
Lara, do not believe anybody. Lara? It seems that things have changed in an interesting way. You're so transparent. Could it really be Max behind all this? You don't want it to be true. On the other hand, it could mean he's alive.
But I don't know how that's possible. Wait a minute, you know about the accident?
Accident? Fate is not an accident, Lara.
What did you just say? I've heard that before. You know Zenzele?
I should watch myself more. I'm using her bizarre vocabulary.
Kira, what does this mean?
Exactly, Lara. That's the crucial question. What does all this mean?
Everything can be explained. I just don't have enough information.
Really? But you have some hypothesis, don't you?
Someone's trying to make it look like Max did it.
So strictly logical, always denying things that science can't explain. You'll never change. Today, Lara, today you've disappointed me. You're just human, I know, but I expected more of you nevertheless. He shouldn't have escaped us.
What do you mean by that? Who the hell are you? What are you, Kira?
You have to try harder. Much harder.
Where are you going? Stop! Great, this is just what I needed. Yes?
The plane to Lyon took off a couple of minutes ago. Everything okay on board?
I got caught up in an investigation.
Well, why do you think I'm calling? Because I don't have anything better to do? Do you understand that you have no purpose there anymore? Jesus, you're not from the crime department. What are you playing at?
I'll come back by first plane after this. I have to talk to someone in Lyon anyway.
Great, because I have a few things I want to say to you myself. Moreover, I think...
And the signal is gone. Who shut the door? Could it be... Kira? Those blood spots, drops in front of the body. He hanged him on the hook and then stabbed him in the heart. It's him, Kira. Now it's certain. I won't gain it. I'm stuck here in the freezer with Burke's body, and I can't open the door.
How did it close? A draft?
I'd like to believe that no one helped it close.
Backup has just arrived. Stay there. We're right on it.
I'm not going anywhere.
How does it feel to see your name coming from a dead man's mouth? To feel things around make no sense and your own people start to doubt you. Maybe it's time to head back home. Time to look for answers where you hadn't wanted to see them before. I'm waiting for you, Laura. It's good you found your way back here.
Why did I go there? Why? I wanted so badly to find out what all this has to do with Max.
To want is often not enough.
Everything makes even less sense than before. No, actually no sense at all. My best friend is behaving so strangely. What's going on, Zenzele? Why am I the only one who has no idea what's going on? Why doesn't anybody help me? Help me. Please.
But I offered you my help. That ritual.
No, I don't want the ritual. I don't want cryptic messages. I want clear answers. For instance, Kira, where does she know you from? Listen, if...
To speak like that.
No, you listen. I like you, girl. I really do. But this is my house, and you will obey my rules. I don't have any clear answers, but I offer you a way to get them. If you don't want to take it, it's your choice. But don't ask anything more from me. And the other thing, this story is not about your friend. It's about you. You and Max. Focus on yourself, on him. Do we understand each other?
I apologize. I'm desperate. I really need help. Anything. I'll undergo that ritual if you tell me to. Don't be angry with me. I didn't want to offend you.
Why would I be angry? Finally, you are doing the right thing.
For someone like Zenzele, such a thing is invaluable, although it looks like it wouldn't be a problem for Jabali to carry her anywhere. Such... I think... It looks... There's a vase with a nice flat.
Madam has several similar ones in Europe. We used to travel a lot more.
And all of them are decorated like this? Those things look like originals.
Those things are originals, of course. All of them.
My family is old. Really very old. And it used to be very spread out. Regrettably, it isn't so anymore.
I know you're trying to help me.
To stop resisting the unknown is the first step, and the most difficult one.
I've never believed in such stuff. It's not easy for me to start believing.
But once long ago you had believed. Your mother, her sister, both of them did divination using cards, didn't they?
But it was only a game, a trick. Or at least I wanted to think so. Why all this? Why are you helping me?
The beginning are those statuettes. Is it so hard to understand why I feel such responsibility for what has happened? For your fate?
But why? You could simply send somebody to...
Lara, don't be so cynical, would you? I won't be here for long.
But, Madam,
No, Jabali, not now. I won't be here for long, and I'd like to leave without debts. And you're my debt, Lara. One of the last.
The ritual. How will it go?
It's different every time. But I tell you what I'll need for it. You will have to bring me 3 items. A symbol of your mutual dependence. Of you supplementing each other. Then I'll need something containing his imprint, his aura. And the 3rd item is a symbol of love. Of your inseparable love that will last forever.
I have to go.
Sure you do. But you'll come back.
One of those paintings that gives you the feeling that someone is watching. If I remember correctly, we laughed quite a lot about that, but that was long ago. I'll take that book with me. Max's sketchbook. I'll take it with me. I really don't feel like watching TV. I have to take some of Max's belongings. What about this toothbrush? I'll take it. It may come in handy. Why didn't he want to keep it? It weighs next to nothing. It's only... I mostly have... When I... No idea if this is good for anything. I'll take it with me. It might please someone. These papers... Maybe it will come in handy when I need to count something. I can't force myself to do those things on my cell phone. Painting helped Max fight depression. Maybe I'll try it someday too. I really don't feel like watching TV. I don't suffer from vertigo, but I don't need to prove it by walking on a railing. Grass is beginning to grow. Rodin Cafe. During all the time I've been living in Lyon, I've only had one coffee at that cafe. It's a shame how little time I spend enjoying my life in France. I work all the time. They've been repairing that sign for maybe 2 months already. Now they only need to finish the foundation date. I didn't think I'd be unpacking it alone. This t-shirt carries so many memories with it. Happy memories. Why didn't I just say no to Renier? I was on vacation, so why didn't I tell her to go to hell? I have to believe he will come back. That it will all start to make some sense, that pieces of the puzzle will fall together and he will appear. What else can I do?
There's no point in keeping these things in the case. One day I'll have to unpack them anyway.
Max is... They probably won't be much use in that weather, but what the hell. I'd better put it away. It brings back too many memories. One of his nights. As far as the theory is concerned, I am well versed in art. But the practice, I can't even paint a straight line. I will let it lay where it is for now. I definitely don't feel like hanging it somewhere, nor is there any reason to do that. I'm thinking about what... Maybe it really contains something interesting. As a child, I inadvertently cut the hand of our neighbor's son with something similar. It haunted my dreams long after that. No idea why. Max bought this book because his psychologist recommended it to him, but I think he never even opened it. He probably bought it only to feel like he was doing something for himself. The first I don't know if I'm prepared to perform that ritual.
There is only one way to find out.
We can start. I'm ready.
Good. So, put the 3 items I told you about on the table. Something that symbolizes your union, your dependence on each other. 2 bodies joined in one by the web of fate.
It's a simple So what could I possibly do with this? Should I? Max, when I saw this in a shop, I found it very funny. Max didn't exactly share that view then.
And now the second thing. The one that contains his aura, his essence. And now the last thing. A symbol of eternal love. A waiting, of commitment.
I'd say that
I feel some of these items aren't.
I don't know. We
Good. So
the female part of a 2-part toothbrush set. This magnet attaches one toothbrush to the other. Then it's possible for them to stand up, supporting each other. They belong together, like this. Max and
And now the second thing. The one that contains his aura, his essence. I can feel the power of these things. They are more than they appear, much more. Yes, they are good. Sit down, Laura, and give your hand to Jabali.
Is it dangerous?
If I say yes, would it change anything?
No, it won't. Let's start. Where is... Max? Max! Max? Are you here? Who is that?
Quiet, Lara. Not time for talking.
Did you alter the file?
What's wrong with you?
Don't play with me. What did you write in it?
I changed the date. If you leave today, on paper you are staying here until tomorrow. But still,
That's because of the boss. Now I have one more day to do what I want. What about those pills? Do you have them?
here. But careful, they're pretty strong. If you don't want to sleep all day, take only 1/4. Do you really need the whole vial?
At least it'll last me a while.
Nurse O'Donnell to ER. Repeat. Nurse O'Donnell to ER.
You will call me, won't you? Don't forget, you promised me.
I don't forget. Ever. Now go, or you'll get yourself in trouble. Meanwhile,
What is it?
It's like someone's listening.
But there's no one here.
But who are you? Where are you hiding? That's not nice, listening to other people's conversations.
Lara! Wake up, Lara, quick!
Max was there. I almost touched him. Is he alive? Does it mean he's alive?
You need to find answers. Those were your visions, not mine.
All right, but that voice... It couldn't have been Max. That man left the hospital earlier than...
But you understand that.
That fourth technician. What was his... Yatsek. So he was out of the hospital the day that the crime on Mission Street happened. And those sleeping pills. Everything fits together, but... Max... How is Max connected to all of this?
I showed you the beginning of a fine line. I can't take you by the hand and lead you. You need to go on alone.
Thanks. Now I have something to go on.
I'll give you one more piece of advice. Hurry, Lara. Time is against you. Hurry.